Go.
My God, these trivias have gotten fat. We'll try to slim down these 13 things about The Incredibles 2, if you're all cool with that. Number 13. At 1 hour and 58 minutes, this is not only the longest Pixar film to date, but also the longest computer-animated feature film to date. This also breaks Cars' record as longest computer-animated film, with that movie being 1 hour and 56 minutes.
Number 12. Writer and director Brad Bird had stated over the years that he would only do a sequel to The Incredibles if he could come up with a story that was just as good as, or better than, its predecessor. The idea of Mr. Incredible becoming a stay-at-home dad, while Elastigirl becomes the breadwinner, was there from the beginning. But it took several years for Bird to come up with the perfect story around which to write this idea.
Number 11. For this movie, Huck Milner took over voicing Dash, as the character's original voice actor Spencer Fox's voice had deepened since The Incredibles.
Number 10. Instead of this movie being released on June 21st, 2019, Pixar swapped release dates with Toy Story 4, as the film was being completed ahead of schedule, while the other was lagging in production, of which was initially going to be released on June 15th, 2018.
Number 9. As in The Incredibles, Frozen's wife Honey does not appear on screen. She is only heard yelling at her husband from off camera as he runs off to don his supersuit and help the Parr family, again just like last time. According to writer and director Brad Bird, Honey was initially going to appear on screen, and she even got her own character design, but ultimately they decided that it would be funnier if she remained off screen. The character design for Honey would still be used for a background character.
Number 8. When Bob Parr, Mr. Incredible, is trying to help Dash with his homework, he can be seen struggling with new math, describing it as making no sense at all and exclaiming, "This is math. Why would they change math?" New math was a brief, dramatic change in the way mathematics was taught in American grade schools during the 1960s, the approximate time of the Incredibles universe, which was highly criticized and quickly fell out of favor. The relevance of this joke comes from the frustration modern parents and students occasionally experience with Common Core mathematics, or new math.
Number 7. Hidden Mickey. The spirals on Screenslaver's hypnosis machine form a slightly lopsided but still recognizable Mickey Mouse.
Number 6. The background of the news set is an exact replica of that used in broadcast news, which starred Holly Hunter.
Number 5. This film made more money domestically in one weekend, at $180 million, than Pixar's previous summer release Cars 3 earned in its entire release of 20 weeks, which was $153 million.
Number 4. A neon sign can be briefly glimpsed which resembles the logo for the television show Jonny Quest, which director Brad Bird has named as a profound influence on the world of The Incredibles. Clips from the show also appear on television in the movie.
Number 3. Several scenes involving the screenslaver include rapidly flashing lights, which raised concerns for potential seizures. As a result, many theaters began showing warnings for viewers who were susceptible to photosensitive epilepsy. The UK version on general release removed the warnings, although preview screenings in June used the original version. It was only re-edited overseas after public outcry from American viewers, who saw it a month earlier on June 15th instead of July 13th.
Number 2. Pixar's Bud Luckey did not get to record any lines for Rick Dicker before passing away 4 months prior to the film's release, and he had been replaced by Jonathan Banks. He was announced to be taking over the role a month before Lucky's death. This made Rick Dicker the second Pixar character to be voiced by both an actor and a studio member at Pixar. The first had been Chick Hicks, who was voiced by actor Michael Keaton in Cars, and Pixar's Bob Peterson in Cars 3.
Number 1. The house loaned to the Parrs was said to have been owned by an eccentric billionaire who didn't like to be seen coming and going, and has many secret entrances and exits. This is a nod to the Thunderbirds. The house is modeled after the original Thunderbirds marionette television program, as well as its follow-up computer-animated series reboot. And those are the 13 things that you probably didn't know about Disney Pixar's The Incredibles 2. Thank you for listening.